Welcome to the Man in the Middle. I am your host, Bill West. Today we're going to be doing another one of these reviews that I do. Oops. Flying cat review. Uh, we're going to be doing one of these reviews where the movie's been out for quite a while, but I finally got around to seeing it. I'm going to be between two of those today. The first one is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Uh, where to start on this one? Uh, I've never been a big Guardians of the Galaxy uh, fa- fan. I really enjoyed the comics, with from Guardians of the Galaxy, right around the time of Annihilation. Even before that, with Guardians of the Galaxy in the 3000s. But this group with Gamora, Peter Quill, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, it was okay, but it really never got to me. I mean, the first movie was okay. The second movie was all right. The third movie, the third one, I was really looking forward to seeing the High Evolutionary, but uh, I did not care for this interpretation of the High Evolutionary. Uh, I also didn't care for the whole movie seemed to be a really downer. The whole subplot of or major plot of Rocket's Rocket's creation and all the other animals that he was with. I didn't. The movies. The one thing I enjoyed at least in Guardians 1 and 2 was that they were fun. And this one really wasn't fun, and I would not have liked to have seen this in the theater. I also didn't care for Warlock, or Adam Warlock, because I know he's young, he just got birthed in the last movie, but really the actor they got to play him was just awful. It was just not a really good match for Adam Warlock. I don't care for this actor, and he didn't look good in the gold body paint. Also, not Groot actually looked like a man in suit, like they actually built a Groot suit instead of it being uh, CGI. That's one of my dogs. I'll be right back. Uh, uh, the whole Nebula storyline, I think they could have done better. I'm glad that they made it that this wasn't the Nebula that we knew, and it was. I know that Peter Quill was in love with the Nebula that died, and the new Nebula. My cat is driving me crazy. Okay. Having a person who looks like the love of your life but's not would drive you crazy. But you would think that of all the things that he's seen in his travels, that maybe he would have gotten over this faster. Didn't like the new starship. I liked the old Milano. This new one was just big, clunky looking. I wish they would have been able to get another one of the old Milano class. It was nice to see the Ravagers. I like seeing Stallone, in there. There was one sequence that I really did like in this movie. There's no matter how bad a movie is, there's usually one thing or something that makes it worthwhile. And in the Last Jedi, it was Luke and Yoda talking to each other. Uh, the rest of it was a pretty bad movie, but that sequence was perfect. In this movie, it was Yando's apprentice trying to use the arrow, and he just can't do it. He just can't do it, and he's trying, and he just can't do it. And all of a sudden, Yando comes to him, and yeah, you have to use your heart. And that really that really got it for me. That I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Well, it's not that I enjoyed it. It's more, it gave me something to enjoy. I guess I didn't. Well, I did enjoy it, but it gave me something to really like in this movie. Brought a little tear to my eye. I was never really big on Yondu. At least not in the movies. I did like him in the comics, but yeah, that sequence was perfect. There was a whole lot of, you know, before came into it, that Rocket's going to die, that Drax was going to die. I'm glad to say that neither one of those happened, because it would have been nice to leave, on a happy note, which it actually did. Rocket, got command of the Guardians. Uh, Drax was going to go home, or try. I think Drax and Mantis left. That's my other dog who's barking at nothing. I don't know if you could hear that or not. And Peter went home to be with his grandfather, which was really cool. You know, whether we get to see this group again, who knows? But it was it was maybe it was a fitting send off. I don't know. I didn't appreciate it, but like I said, I've never been a big fan of this iteration of the Guardians. Maybe if they'd brought Nova in. But like I said, it was just sort of a downer of a movie. There was too much that, like I said, I didn't care for Adam Warlock. I'm a big Warlock fan. I love the Starlin stuff with him. The High Evolutionary, I would have liked to seen better done. He just seemed like a psychopath rather than a scientist who wants to, who's breeding for the. My cat's messing with the camera again. Rather than trying to find the perfect race. I've referred him in the comics, and I do prefer usually comics to the movies. And I tried to get them. I did like that they had the Guardians uniforms. Okay, that's another thing I liked. The music in this movie didn't seem to fit as well as the music in the first two did. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't know hardly any of the songs. The songs in the first two movies I knew, but I think I knew "No Sleep Till Brooklyn" by the Beastie Boys, but that but that was about it. I'm glad I didn't see this in the theater. I would have been very depressed. But okay, this is one of my late reviews. I finally reviewed. I'm also going to review Flash, and then we're going to talk about Tulsa King. But you guys hang out, and we'll get to those in a while. I'm Bill West. I'm the man in the middle. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would do want to say I appreciate everybody who's been hanging around. I seem to grow in spurts, and I haven't lost anybody, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. But if you like what you see here, tell your friends, and I will get back to to your comments. I promise. Yeah, I've been very, very busy lately. You guys take care. Bye.